Gentlemen, start your engines.
And Little Al has scored back-to-back wins at Long Beach.
The crowd is going crazy.
Mike Conway wins his first.
Joseph, you got it.
It was September 1975. The roar of engines was about to wake up Southern California and usher in the modern era of American street racing. It promised to be an event like no other. More than just a race, it was to be a 200-mile-an-hour beach party where the sun, surf, and SoCal streets host a motorsports festival with off-track entertainment to match the on-track thrills. People would come from all over to watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out on the city streets, braving the bumps and threading the needle between concrete walls at full throttle. Since that day 50 years ago, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach has entertained generations of fans with world-class road racing, drifting, stadium super trucks, celebrity races, concerts, shows, and spectacles. Basically, if it's fun, Long Beach has it. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach is one of America's greatest success stories. As the fans flocked by the tens of thousands and the race grew and flourished, so did its host city, turning Long Beach into a destination in its own right. But the race's success was never a sure thing. It took the vision of a local businessman and a leap of faith by city leaders. Promoter and race founder Chris Pook's idea was to bring the glamour and excitement of European-style racing to the U.S. As with all great ideas, people thought he was crazy at first. But, along with partners Dan Gurney and Les Richter, Long Beach officials saw Pook's vision and signed up to host the race. The concept was a hit from the jump. On that first weekend in 1975, an estimated 65,000 fans jammed the roads to the unassuming Navy town. That year featured powerful open-wheel Formula 5000 cars, and from the moment the engines fired up, racers and fans alike knew the Long Beach Grand Prix was going to be special. The course was smack in the heart of the downtown area, winding through city streets that just days before had hosted normal city traffic. Mario Andretti compared the race favorably to the famous Monaco circuit and pointed out its extreme demands, saying, "There is no room for error. If you go off the road, you're into somebody's shop window or front porch." A full field of the world's top drivers joined Andretti for the event, and Brian Redman took the win that day. In March of the next year, Formula One came to Long Beach with an even bigger field of famous drivers, international media, and the whole constellation of stars attracted by the glamour of the series. Clay Regazzoni won in his Ferrari in '76, and in 1977, America had its own champion when Andretti took the checkered flag, a feat that helped make Long Beach a marquee event on the F1 calendar. It was also in '77 that race organizers capitalized on their proximity to Hollywood and introduced the Pro Celebrity Race, which, over the next 40 years, would raise millions for charity.
And a remarkable fourth-place finish for Jim Crawford.
Though only 5 years in, the Grand Prix was already a hit with fans, so it was no surprise when in 1980, Toyota signed on to be title sponsor of the race, a position they held for 39 years, one of the longest sports title sponsorships in history. But despite the commercial partnerships and impressive ticket sales, the high fees demanded by Formula One limited the event's profitability. So for 1984, the organizers invited the up-and-coming open-wheel series CART to take on the challenging Long Beach circuit. A risky move that proved to be visionary after Mario Andretti won an exciting race, legitimizing the American series and cementing the Grand Prix position as the best street race in America.
I'm so thankful to the Budweiser team because this time they're giving me quite a piece to work with.
1984 began a dominant run for the Andretti family, with Mario and son Michael winning the next 3 years, before giving way to another great American racing dynasty, with Al Unser Jr. winning 6 times over the next 8 years, earning him the nickname King of the Beach.
Now this is going to really be something.
The kart series split in the 1990s, but the Grand Prix was electrifying as always. The late 1990s were coined as the Target era, dominated by the red and white cars of Jimmy Vasser, Alex Zanardi, and Juan Pablo Montoya.
Fourth year in a row, a Chip Ganassi car has won.
As the 90s gave way to a new century, Canadian Paul Tracy and Francis Sebastian Bourdais won 3 times each. Tracy for team owner Jerry Forsyth, and Bourdais for Paul Newman and Carl Haas. After 25 years, the Grand Prix had truly grown into the 200-mile-an-hour beach party its organizers envisioned. But every party is better with a band, so live evening concerts began in 2001, featuring major artists performing free for ticket holders. Also in 2001, there was a change in leadership at the Grand Prix. Chris Pook, the founder of the event, moved on to lead CART, and Jim McCallion, who had been with the organization from the beginning, took over as president, a role in which he has continued to this day. By the mid-2000s, a new kind of motorsport was quickly growing in popularity, one perfectly suited to entertain a new generation of fans, Formula Drift. Its screaming, high-horsepower engines, tire smoke, high speed, impossibly long slides, and youthful style cranked the event's entertainment level to 11. Around the same time, there was a change in ownership as experienced IndyCar owners Jerry Forsyth and Kevin Kalkoven formed a partnership to buy the Grand Prix Association. In 2006, the Grand Prix stepped up the support racing to include the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, a top-class series in its own right that features futuristic prototypes and GT road cars on track at the same time. The frenetic, drama-filled racing attracts an even more diverse crowd of spectators and commercial partners and remains a cornerstone of the weekend. By 2008, CART and IndyCar were reunited, and Long Beach rejoined the Indy 500 as a pillar of the IndyCar calendar. This set up the 2010s to be more exciting than ever, with notable drivers like Will Power, Scott Dixon, and California's Alexander Rossi and Colton Herta taking wins. Always eager to put on the greatest show Long Beach had ever seen, in 2014, the Grand Prix brought a completely new kind of racing to the streets of Long Beach. Physics-defying, high-flying stadium super trucks. In 2019, Acura took over the title sponsorship of the Grand Prix, bringing a new energy to the race weekend and giving the event a promotional boost as it headed into the next decade. Long Beach has bounced back quickly after the 2020 pandemic caused the cancellation of that year's event. Last year, 194,000 people filled the grandstands, a record attendance eager to watch the world's best drivers battle it out at this iconic street fight. Looking back over the decades, Pook and his partner's original vision for Long Beach has become reality. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach is truly wall-to-wall, world-class entertainment for everyone. The racing, the concerts, the car shows, the 270,000 square foot Lifestyle Expo, and the family fun zone with go-karts, rock climbing walls, and games for the kids. It all adds up to arguably the best weekend of racing in the world. For 50 years, Long Beach has been a unique and legendary event. As the race has thrived, so too has Long Beach, a testament to the power of partnership. And with Penske Entertainment adding the venerable race to its portfolio, the legend promises to grow even bigger over the next 50 years.